Assalamu alaikum class 8. Alright guys, so today we are going to do the question answers for the topic last lesson of the afternoon, which we have started yesterday. For the poem, that is point number 5 and it's written by D.H. Lawrence and this is lecture number 2. So let's move on to our topic, that is question answers, and make sure that you have opened up your books while watching the video, because I'm going to read out the questions from the book, and the answers are all written here in the PDF form, right? Okay, so let's start with the first question, which is part A. Which idea does the poem begin and end with? The poem begins and ends with the question that when will the bell ring and signal the end of this tedious lesson. Tedious means kind of a bad lesson, because the children were misbehaving in the class and were not listening to the teacher, right? And so you guys know that the poem begins with a question, right? It begins with a question that when will the bell ring, and who is speaking that, and who is asking that, the speaker or the poet himself is asking the question that when will the bell ring, and it will be the end of this lesson or tedious lesson, right? Now let's move on to B part. But what metaphor does the poet use in the first stanza of the poem? With which words is the metaphor sustained? The poet uses the metaphor of a pack of hounds. ठीक है, आपको ये पता है, comparison करते हैं, ठीक है? Metaphor is basically a kind of comparison, ठीक है? All right. So the poet uses the metaphor of a pack of hounds tugging at their leashes and straining. He continues this metaphor by using words such as quarry. Quarry का मतलब prey है, which I've written in the brackets. Hunt. Later, prey hunt. ठीक है? Later he brings up the subject of dogs again. That means that he's using the metaphor of a pack of hounds for those careless and mischievous students, because they are not listening to the teacher, they are misbehaving in the class, they are laughing at whatever the teacher is saying, they are making noises and they are shouting in the class, which is not the apt behavior for being in the class for the students, right? Now the C part, why does the poet think of his pupils as a pack of unruly hounds? The poet thought of his students as a pack of unruly hounds, as they were not interested in the quest or hunt for knowledge and are unruly in their behavior. All right, you know that at that time when D.H. Lawrence was a teacher, right, in London, so he belongs from London, okay? So that time government has made the education compulsory for all the children, but those children, were not interested in the quest or hunt for knowledge. They were not interested in study, right? That is why they are not showing a serious attitude towards their studies. Now, question number E part. In stanza 3, the poet seems angry. Why? The poet seemed angry in stanza 3 because the poet did not want to waste the last dear fuel of his life, last energy of his life, last days of his life, his energy and what is left to him of his life, and take their insults, their slovenly work, as punishment. Slovenly work means they have not done a good work in their copies. Their copies are lying here and they're on the desks. They are not properly placed on the desk, and their work is not completed as well. So as punishment, I'm not going to bear this with the students, and he's not going to waste his last dear fuel of his life on such careless students. So he decided here that he would not take this any longer. That means he's going to quit his teaching career and is going to become a full-time author. Now the F part. In stanza 4, the poet uses the word abyss. What does he want to show about his own situation by the use of his word? This means that he has sunk to the very lowest point of his life. Abyss means inside the earth, a deep hole inside the earth. So that means he has sunk to the very lowest point of his life and cannot sink any further or take this life any more.